Trying something new today. We're baking some cookies. So in the past, what we did we did brownies. Just want to try something new, so I bought pre-made cookie dough things already ready to go, so bake them. I'm baking these in the oven. In the past, I did the brownies and I just literally cooked the whole thing in the smoker. And it's kind of hard to do because I can't really run my smoker at like 325, 350. I mean, I can, but that's not smoking. I'm gonna pre-bake these. Just finish them, let them cool, just have cookies. Then I'm gonna throw them in the smoker on a real low smoke, so it just kind of warms them back up, but smokes them a little bit. And then we'll have smoked cookies. 24, that'd be 48 cookies. There's a picture I took of my brisket. One of them. And so I've got something kind of interesting here. It says pork shoulder cushion meat. I actually bought this on accident. They're basically like a little bit bigger than a hedge apple chunks. You know, I don't know what's that size, cantaloupe size maybe. Cuts of the pork shoulder. Completely just bought it on accident. They're right next to it, and somebody had the pallet in the wrong place, and they were right where normally I grab the pork butts at. I didn't think nothing of it. I just grabbed them and put them in the cart. Yesterday I got them out to get them seasoned and trimmed and opened it up, and I was like, ooh, that's not what I meant to buy. So we smoked those. I didn't really have much of a choice though. My beans are ready. They're gonna go in the smoker after a while. But that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm gonna try not to record so much prep. I end up editing so much of that out because my video would be really, really long if I didn't. All right, I think I recorded a little bit about my cookies and then I just never recorded again. We're all hooked up, we're loaded up, we're on the road. We're gonna head up there and get set up. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, Wednesday, August 20th. We open at 4, so I'm getting a little bit of a jump start. We've got a couple of barbecue trucks joining us tonight. Or not barbecue trucks, we've got another food truck and a drink truck joining us tonight. So I like to get up there and get done and get set up early so I can just kind of get ahead of the game. But I'll check back in with you guys here in a little bit. Also, just real quick, I don't know if you can spin around and see outside. It just paved my road fresh today. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible on it, because last thing I want to do is kind of groove up the brand new asphalt right in front of my road, right in front of my driveway. All right, headed out. I'll see you guys in a minute. Juice off of here. Dang it. My freaking generator keeps shutting off. I don't know why. She can drive away this car. Alright, but I don't know why my generator keeps powering off. It's not giving me a like code or anything. Just don't know why my generator keeps shutting off. And that is going to be a problem if it keeps doing that. I just don't know if it's getting overloaded or what's happening. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can shut off, but I really can't. I don't know if it'd do me any good just to turn these warmers down a little bit. Maybe I'm just drawing a little bit too much, you know what I mean? I've got brisket in here, I've got macaroni and beans in here, and I've got pork in this one. We'll see what happens. What's the name? Jack. Alright, give me just a minute. Hey, you didn't print my ticket. What size did you have? I'm sorry. It's not my ticket, guys. What one's real good? Okay. There's a sandwich with fish up there. Thanks. Alright, what can I get for you?
I'm gonna take that brisket combo.
Okay.
Hey, can you tell me, is your coleslaw like long stretch or okay, I'll take potato salad and coleslaw.
Alright, give me a second. So we're doing regular nachos.
Yep. There's your nachos, buddy. Just a second, my printer's not printing anymore. My sister usually here to help me run the window, and her car broke down and blew springs on the way here. What'd you get? Roast beef sandwich? All out of roast beef. What's this stuff?
Can I get them without them unmade?
What's that? Sandwich?
Roasted sandwiches.
Meat?
Well, I'll take the ones too.
Okay, you want to get salt?
dinner?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can do that.
We're gonna do 3 of them for the combos.
3 combos.
One of each on your.
All 3 brisket?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One of each on your sides, except the fries. Then I'll do an extra potato and extra mac and cheese.
Let's see here.
Should be 6 total.
Alright, we want a brisket. You want, so you just want kind of all the sides.
Yeah.
So we'll go baked beans and potato salad. We'll go baked beans and coleslaw on that one. So then we're going to do another combo meal, brisket. We'll do potato salad and mac and cheese. And then we're going to do the third one, brisket. I've got, what do I have? I got a coleslaw, potato salad. I think
Beans, cheese, salad, and stuff.
so. What do you want on the third one? You've got everything except fries so far. There's beans. You got beans and mac and cheese on one. You got coleslaw and potato salad on the
Yeah,
other.
extra slaw and potato salad.
Okay. Another slaw and another potato salad. Is that it? What's the name?
Henry. And then I was going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did Cam Dysart talk to you about so
I'm running solo, so be patient with me.
our organization is wanting to go out and put up the reservoir. And I was going to just buy a bunch of burgers and hot dogs.
Did that actually print?
No. They're hoping to get all the kids out there.
Yeah.
Parents.
Holler at me in the messenger or something. Yeah, that'd probably help out one more time.
I'm seeing on the practice with real. That's the easiest way.
Let's see if I can.
I run the bar foundation deal and see what
Okay, yeah. I think it's working. It wasn't on.
everything else was good.
Hey, yeah, the transaction went through. I just didn't have it now. Got out of receipt payment too. Just what I need was one more thing. Thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yep. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good.
And we're gonna run out of
What's that?
Are you selling anybody?
Brisket's 24 pounds. Yep. Okay. Doing cash.
Let anybody in here.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. I'm gonna have you run the register for a minute. Hopefully
Okay.
my sister shows up. Her car broke down in Blue Springs, so I don't know what
Okay.
the status is. This is very confusing right now. So
Okay.
I'll let you kind of try to figure it out. Do you need something? Yeah, I do. I got you, babe. Is that what you're after? Will that work? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? I know. It's been like a day. Right.
You can ring that in. That's the price of the brisket options.
Okay.
So if we have to, just ring that in. If you have questions, just get on it. My sister shows up. We'll try to call her real quick.
Okay.
I'll see you. She said this is Blue Springs right now.
She'll be here in like 20, 30 minutes.
Well, she's in a tow truck, so
Oh, 40.
yeah.
What's wrong with her car?
Yeah, well, it's on the fritz anyways. But
Hi.
See you, man.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Brian.
yeah, you bet. See ya.
Have a good one. Kids have a good first day of school. You probably didn't even get a
I
see
haven't
yet.
even had a chance to see him. Yeah.
You know, Coda was like, "Oh, Mom, we did this, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Honey, I gotta go. We'll
Yeah.
talk soon."
Hey guys. So, for my weekly Wednesday update, you probably saw me talking about some cookies, and that was the last time I touched the camera. I tried to skip the prep, and I don't know. I feel like that stuff's kind of boring. I tried to kind of skip that. I was like, I'm not going to record that stuff. Took the camera with me, and it filmed a little bit of setup, and then we immediately got busy, and then that was it. I forgot all about the camera until it was time to close up. It is now Friday, August 22nd. We did our weekly Wednesday. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, not that it really matters to you. So when I got home from my Wednesday night deal, I did what I call my good enough clean. I put the food away, kind of wiped everything down a little bit. You know, I got it so things wouldn't smell funny if they got hot, and I got all the food put away so it was properly stored. Washed the majority of the dishes that really needed to be focused on right away. It was late, I was ready to go to bed, showered up, put the kid to bed, went to bed, blah, blah, blah. Yesterday was Thursday. Just had a lot going on yesterday. I had full intentions of working on this the next day. Didn't happen. So now it's Friday afternoon. I'm finally slightly caught up on life, and now we're going to clean the trailer out. So I'm sorry you missed the cool stuff, but you got to hear about some cookies, and I showed you what it looked like once we got set up, and now you just kind of, I'm going to talk to you while I clean up a little bit. So I've spoke of the, I know this is dirty. That's only brown in there because it sweats the bottom of the pan, and the pan was out of the smoker. It had smoke all over it, so that's why that's gross. That's not like meat water or anything weird. But these 3 lids are going to go inside. Those are going to get drained. We're going to clean this whole thing up, and you know, clean fryer grease, mop the floors, wipe everything down, touch that countertop up. It's really not a lot to it, but that's what we're going to do. So hang tight if that's what you're into. We'll get this thing cleaned up. Oh, and my ice maker showed up. I ordered an ice maker off of Temu. Sketchy, I know. I did it. It was like $300. It showed up today. So, if you said a prayer for me, I appreciate that. I don't even know where to start. I'm just going to take these. Oh boy. Those don't really need to go in. I can just wash them out here. So there's a disgusting bowl of water. Let me go get rid of that. Wednesday was our special was the brisket. I don't know if I touched base on that or not. But, oh man, that's heavy. Just a bunch of nacho cheese in there. We did brisket, and my goodness, did those people love some daggum brisket. I think I went through about 80 pounds of brisket. And that might sound like a lot to some of you, and that might sound like nothing to some of you. I know some of you YouTubers, I've watched all the brisket videos on YouTube. Some of you guys be talking about cooking 1,000 pounds a day or something. That's great. I'm glad you can sell that much. I'm only open for a couple hours a week. And I went through 80 pounds in about 3 hours, and that was a lot for me. I sliced the brisket nonstop. Barely sold any pork. I've got so much pork in my freezer right now. It's kind of crazy. I'm not going to cook pork for the next 2 events probably. Can I freeze chips? I'm going to try that. That was a bag of chips, and I sliced them long ways to open them. And I didn't use many of them, so I wrapped it up with a bunch of saran wrap to try and keep it fresh. Try freezing them if it happens. Because I don't know when I will need them again. It'll be a couple weeks probably. UPS showed up and distracted me. And I don't know if you guys saw, you might have saw me back there. I just dumped all this on the ground outside. Before anybody tries to come at me, it's just steam table water. It's not, there's not like food or fat or anything in here. That's why I just dumped it on the ground. Okay, so I use the shop vac for like cleanup in here. I take the filter out of it and I suck all kinds of nasty stuff through that shop vac. I finished cleaning these steam tables out, so I suck what residual moisture is in here. When I filter my fryer out, I filter it all down, and there's just a bunch of crap in there. I use that vacuum and I just vacuum the fryer out. I vacuum off my table here. I vacuum up all the meat and potatoes and everything that's on the floor and cheese and whatever else God gives me to vacuum up, I vacuum it up. And then typically, in theory, I clean the vacuum out, shortly after. I didn't do that last time. And when I came in here like 4 or 5 days later, and I'm like, what is this smell? Like, I opened the fridge, I thought maybe the fridge went out, I opened the freezer, like everything's cold and frozen, like something is ripe in here, and I gotta find it. I finally I didn't narrow it down to the vacuum until I was like, oh, I need to clean this up. So I turned the vacuum on and was like doing it, and it was blowing the exhaust out the backside in the trailer. And it was just, it was so bad. I quickly shut that off and got it outside. And I don't know if you can see it out there. It's currently laying on the ground out there. And just so we're clear, it's still not cleaned out. I just quickly yeeted it out of the trailer. And that's where it's at. And now I need it. So now I have to go clean it out. That's going to be gross. Do you guys want to watch that? I feel like you guys don't want to watch that. So just close your eyes if you don't. Oh. Maybe I did clean. Alright, so after further investigation, that was my investigation, I know what happened. I did clean it out, and when I say cleaned it out, I just rinsed it out the garden hose. Obviously, it's still just kind of gross in there. And then I apparently just put the lid back on it, just like right now, and just proceeded to use it again. Or maybe I didn't use it. I don't think I used it. I just put the lid back on it. I'll put it out there. And it just sat in here and got hot. And in return got disgusting. But like, I know shop vacs aren't built for fryer grease and stuff, but man, it's just so handy. So the shop vac thing has been so handy, and that shop vac came with this trailer when I bought it. I think it was mounted over here originally. I moved it over there, but it's just so handy. The big old long hose, it reaches the entire trailer. You know, if I spill some seasoning or something like during an event, I can just fire a thing up, which I couldn't last time because I left it laying on the ground over there. But I can just fire that thing up and clean up a mess really fast. So handy, so nice. Love it so much that I actually acquired another one about a quarter of that size, little bitty thing. But I got it at one of my dumpsters. Thing was brand new. It was a Walmart one, like a Hyper Tough. Looked brand new. Brought it home, plugged it in, worked perfect. The only thing it was missing was the fitting. It was just a bare hose like this. And wouldn't you know it, yesterday I was digging through another dumpster, found a fitting for it. A completely different dumpster, different customer. Just how convenient. It's actually going to get rigged up in my snack attack trailer somehow because I love the idea of it so much.
Just walk around, pick stuff up. Then I'll get the big stuff out of there. Apparently we spilled the lids.
Sweet. I said I got an ice maker, didn't I? I was just thinking about that. Pretty excited about that. I'm going to rig it up in my garage. Maybe in my house. I don't know yet. Probably in my garage. So it'll just make ice. It says it'll make 100 pounds of ice a day, but only like 12 pounds at a time or something. It's not a lot at a time. But last time I had the snack attack trailer open, I spent like $60 or $70 on ice. I paid $300 for this ice machine, $280 something I think. So I'm gonna buy me some big bags, so I can just bag ice as it's being made, and until I have 10 bags in my freezer, and then I'll quit making ice for a little while, but then I'll just have ice for my next event every time. And then once I use that ice, I'll start bagging more ice. Well, we need some hot soapy water. Alright, I'm going to go exchange this dirty water for some hot soapy water. BRB. Being in the food truck business in the summer, if you don't already know, I'm going to tell you that one, typically you're not keeping your screens and stuff closed, especially if you're busy. Like, it's just open all the time. And me personally, I can't run my air conditioner while I'm running everything else in here. My generator will not hold it. So therefore I keep like the back door open pretty consistently. And all three of these windows stay open the whole time. And that is likely just going to be the way my food truck. Health department's concern, every health department I've talked to so far, is I don't have to be screened in, I just have to be covered. I have to have a roof. It's no different than some of these vendors just working under a tent at these fairs. You see them selling food, they just have to be covered. That's the rule. Alright, ain't no sense in really wiping the fryer down at the moment. Everybody always talks about making sure you clean your hood. Like, I mean, it's got a tiny bit of residual grease. It's really just not dirty. I mean, it still looks like a brand new hood. Those things aren't even gross. So the next 2 weeks, I'm not doing my weekly Wednesdays. We got a holiday weekend coming up, and we're taking a trip for that as a family. And you know, we're leaving on Friday, and I don't want to be doing this on Wednesday and then trying to clean up on Thursday and Friday while trying to get packed for the trip. And then we're not coming home till Monday, so I won't have time to get all the prep, get all the stuff bought, get everything ready before Wednesday night. Like, so I'm just taking both weeks, or, you know, people are just gonna have to make them miss me. I have thought about, this will be next summer's problem at this point, updating this system. I need to put a bucket or something under this fridge. It sweats a lot. I'll take that off there. Anyways, maybe
maybe updating that system and putting it on its own plug. Because a couple things. I'm curious if I just run it off an extension cord, obviously a heavy duty one, to my same generator, but run it on a different circuit on my generator, if maybe it will hold on my generator. Or my other option is I have a smaller quiet generator, a little handheld one. If you watch my videos, that's actually one I got out of the dumpster. I still need to get it repaired, but I'm not opposed to carrying that one with me as well and just rigging it up so it can just run my air conditioner. I don't know. Like, too many ideas. My brain goes too many directions. We need to filter grease, and then we're pretty well ready to mop the floor. I need a couple of grease buckets and my grease filter. I'll be right back. Why, if I'm gonna do all this freaking work, why don't I just put a mini split in there? Wouldn't that just make more sense to put a mini split in there? I just don't know. I already know my generator ain't gonna hold it. I'll have to run a separate generator just to run the mini split. That'd be handy. Can you ceiling mount those things? That'd be handy. I get a mini split right up there. Huh. Yeah, anyways. Let's drain some grease. Now, everything I own is just greasy. So you open that little guy up. Take your bucket. Handy dandy extension on there. I got this grease filter. This thing's pretty handy. I used to just filter them through giant coffee strainers or coffee filters, but let me see what we got going on there. Yeah, there we go. This thing's just reusable. Blech, blech. Got to open it all the way up so you can get all the old French fries and stuff through there. Comes out pretty quick though. And stop. Alright, so that is bucket number 1. Goes pretty quick. Great. I forgot I have to undo this. So far I've never dropped this in a bucket of grease, but I'm sure I will eventually. Throw that back over there for a second. Get that out of the way. Second bucket. This back on. And it's all the way. Jammed up there like that. So I don't accidentally kick it, knock it over. I need to get another one of those buckets. Okie dokie. So I need a rag. So what I usually do is I take some clean oil out, like a cup at a time, and then kind of just dump it back down in here and rinse this thing down and flush it back into that bucket just to help get some more of the crap out of there. But I need something to scoop the oil with. This is a little bigger than what I would like, but it's what I could find. Alright, so the trick is get these lined up so all my drippings go into that bucket and then in here really fast. There's going to be a lot of that. Go to this bucket and go over here really fast. Okay. We'll just keep doing that until we're happy with it.
You gotta kind of be aggressive about it. Really flush it out of there. That's about all we're going to get out of that. Then, I mean, I don't have anything I need. These long, cheap dollar store tongs work pretty well. Get down in there. Can you guys see what we're dealing with? So, like, you know, I can't take those things out. That's where the fire goes through. Fire blows through those things and comes out here, keeps everything hot. So I got to get down in there and like really get that thing cleaned out. But I don't know. You guys, can you guys just hang out right there and be cool? Nope. Hey, that's magnetic. Who knew? Alright, now I'm going to close both these buckets up and get them away from me, because now what I'm going to do, believe it or not, is I'm going to put another bucket under there and I'm going to bring my garden hose in here and I'm going to clean that thing out. And that's how I do it every single time. They do make fryer cleaner. It really cleans it out, which I do very much intend to do. I've never actually done it. I just don't feel as if I need to do it quite yet. If that makes sense. You know, I don't know what the rule of thumb is on it, but I feel like I haven't been real consistent this year being open, but I feel like once I'm consistently open, you know, every couple months or something, I don't know. I'm sure if I'm wrong, eventually somebody on YouTube will tell me that I'm wrong. See down in there? So the french fry sticking out of there. But most of that is seasoning off of my chicken wings. Because I pre-cook my chicken wings and then I cool them off in the fridge and I deep fry them in the order. So good, but it's kind of a mess. And that's one of the big reasons I have to get this filtered. So we will take this little feller, put that dirtiness down in there, and let's go take care of this situation, and we're going to bring back another bucket just for nasty water. I know this just seems wild to run a garden hose through a deep fryer, but I've been doing it for a while now. Of course, I get it all dried out real good. I actually vacuum it out. That's why part of the reason why my vacuum is disgusting. This thing is kind of anchored, but I can tip it ever so slightly. So just enough room in the gas line to top that off.
There you have it. I'll let that sit for a little while. I'll get a rag and dry up what I can, then I'll let it sit for just a little while. And then right before I mop the floors, we'll dump all that grease back in there. And then we'll mop, wipe this thing down again, and that'll be the last thing we do. Clean rag, wet rag. Come in here and wipe all the moisture off that I can get to. This thing, yeah, move it over. There's always needs to pick that. Always a bunch of grease back here. Taking the fryer basket and just going over like this and just, and these are smashed together as tight as can be, but it doesn't matter. So I gotta pull that apart and clean her out once in a while. Alright, these things, well, not that. These items are going to go in the house and get washed. I need to do something with that, but I can't even fire it up until I fix the gas line, because the gas line still broke from when it fell off the counter. And right now it's just an ornament. And I need to just get it out of here and put something useful there. Just what needs to happen. I think we're about ready to well, actually I'm going to vacuum this out one more time. Alright, we're going to dump the oil back in there. Yeah, there's probably, well, there's not even probably, there is some residual water in there. I ain't worried about it. It'll bubble out when I fire the fryer up. Ain't no different than putting frozen french fries in there and burning all the freezer burn off. Or frozen french fries. Can you guys hear anything I'm saying? You get it. Ain't no different than putting a turkey in the fryer. It's got moisture on it too. When I fire it up and get it hot, it'll bubble and pop for a little bit and then it'll quit. It's not like there's gobs of water in there or anything. What I do with these, I'll dump the residual as best I can into the trash can, and then I just cover these and save them for my next grease filtering, because I don't want to rinse all that down the drain. Alright, quick little sweep up in here. I already vacuumed, so it's not real bad. I do not move my deep freezer every time. I do move it sometimes.
I do not move it every time. This is going to be one of those times that I do not move that deep freezer. Like some nacho cheese. I don't know, it needs rust. And charging board. A little rust on the floor on the bottom of that, and I know why, because last time I mopped, I put that back down on the wet floor. I won't do that again. I thought it was cheese. Kind of looked like nacho cheese. I really need to do something better up there. I just don't know what to do with it. I guess I'm going to put some shelving in or some wire racks or something, but I just don't really know. That does bother the heck out of me, but I've tried to organize it and it's almost just like nothing you can do to it. I've got up there and tried to tidy it up and organize it, and I get down and I stand back and look at it and it just looks like that still. Oh, that was dumb. Back across this because I want another one of these Dr. Peppers. Clean up my footprints. Well, there you have it. That's pretty much a food truck cleanup. I'm still gonna clean these sinks out. Couple sauces there I can put away, and I've had the air conditioner on here, so it's not like those things have just been here cooking. It's okay to leave sauce out at room temperature, but that's essentially it. That kind of needs to be organized, and I'm gonna clean them sinks out a little bit, and then I'll tidy up a couple things out here, but for the most part this all just sits here. I got to clean my warmer out still. I'll take this trash out, tables and chairs stay here, I'll wipe that fan down, throw it back inside, and I'll sweep this deck off. And that's pretty much it for out there. I'll throw that apron in the laundry. But that's it. I'm going to go in the garage and do a few dishes. But I know you guys don't really want to watch me do that. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry I didn't actually film anything exciting. But I guess it was a good opportunity just to show you, like, I did prep work and serving. And now I just kind of showed you what cleanup was like. But honestly, you missed most of the cleanup. I should do a full cleanup video sometime. But maybe next time. Thanks for watching, guys.